Xavier, this afternoon, game performance coach Mark Neal tendered his resignation to the club. Can you talk us through that decision?
Yeah, that's a decision Mark has come to in discussions with the club earlier today. Something he's been pondering for some time now. Obviously, Mark's he has a broader interest in sports administration. That's something that he wants to pursue moving forward. And I guess it does present some opportunities for us to readjust some of the work that we're doing from a coaching perspective and structure around our coaching, which to ultimately to best position and best support John as senior coach of the football club.
Will Mark's departure have any impact on the coaching panel and the broader team's performance?
No, I don't think so. And Dan Richardson's pretty experienced in this space. Obviously, he's been through something broadly similar at Richmond. It's an opportunity probably to create greater clarity and alignment across the coaching group, which is really important. Obviously things aren't going as well as we'd like at the moment, and the opportunity to readjust is really important for us at this point in time.
You touched on the tough performances of the last couple of weeks. Where do you think we're at as a football club at the moment?
Yeah, well, we're not where we'd like to be. Make no mistake about that. And it's important that the fans know that we understand the frustration and disappointment for where we're at. Absolutely, it is incredibly frustrating at a whole range of levels. And our fans have been the most loyal and supportive of any fan base in the country. And that's something we're acutely aware of. But for us, we have to look at what we can control and how we build this back up to the point where we can build that belief back into the playing group and more broadly to our football team. And that's our absolute priority. Make no mistake about that. We're not going to sit on our hands. We want to get this football club firing and point to the level we think this football team is capable.
We've seen the members' frustration boil over the last couple of weeks to the point where on the weekend we had one person settle out of Guernsey. Do you feel their frustration?
Yeah, I do. And, I've been at the club long enough now and supported Essendon my entire life. I've seen the really good periods and I've seen some really challenging periods. And, we've come out of one period there and this, from a performance perspective, we're not, meeting expectation. And that is frustrating for our fan base. To the levels of burning Guernsey and things like that, well, I draw the line there and it is disrespectful to not just this current playing group, it's disrespectful to the 147-year history of this football club. And I would hope that our fans and members feel the same way I do, regardless of the frustrations we've got. But, we've spoken about this at length on the weekend. We spoke about this after the game. I spoke to the players about this, that the one way we're going to get through this is together. We have to ensure absolute alignment and support and care for each other. And that will build that trust back up and that will build a belief in our playing group to be able to achieve to the level that we know that they can achieve. And some elements will take time, but that support and that alignment of the entire football club is really important.
Do you believe we can get the season back on track?
Yeah, I do. The season's not over, and we're not looking at one bit that the season is over. I think, as John flagged, there'll be some changes, and we're not afraid to make the changes necessary to ensure the improvement is made and the progress in our football club is made and this team for our future, which is really important. And I think John will, as he flagged, you will probably see that at selection later this week. There's some players on the weekend and a really good win of our VFL team that are really pushing hard for selection. And I can't see why we're not going to be rewarding those players based on what John's had to say. And I think that's important. And I think our fans are keen to see that.
Do you have one last message for the members and supporters out there who'll be watching this interview ahead of this weekend's game, which is a big game against the Cats at the MCG Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, I'm disappointed that we're not playing to the level that these fans deserve us to be playing at. And that's not to take away from how even the competition is and how challenging the competition is and how ruthless it is, because it is. And it hasn't been as even as it is right now. But we are still working through some challenges at the moment, and we want nothing more than to bring this team up to a level that will make our fans proud. And we know we're not there at the moment, and we have to own that as a club, and we have to own it together. But their support is invaluable, and it's absolutely necessary as we help to build ourselves and bring ourselves out of this hole that we're in at the moment. And we really need our fans on that journey.